What's up, guys? Season's greetings and Happy New Year's to you. I just actually wanted to go ahead and talk about some of the top tech that I bought in 2017. And I know my videos are normally phone oriented, but however, I did buy some accessories and things like that I did talk about on my channel. And I kind of want to do a follow-up video to show you how effective they were. And there are actually some items that are really used on a daily basis. So I'm actually going to talk about 6 items in no specific order that I actually use often and I've been enjoying since I purchased them. So the number 6 item I have here is the Anker PowerCore. Basically, this is a 6,000 milliamp hour battery. It also has a plug for you to actually just go ahead and plug it in. You can use it as a wall wart and you can use it as a portable. So if they had something bigger at the time, I would have certainly got it, but 6,000 milliamp hours is enough for me to charge anything. I can charge phones, tablets, my Nintendo Switch, anything else that, you know, you've got 2 USB ports on it. And you can also charge it, reverse charge it using micro USB to plug it into another device like a computer USB to actually charge this thing itself. So yeah, this is really one thing that I do use on a day-to-day basis. It's pretty rugged. It's handled a couple drops here and there. It's got a few scratches and things on it, wear and tear. And I'm actually really impressed with this because I've been using this day in and day out, and it provides me with enough battery life to the point where you know, it's 3,000, with most phones being about 3,000 milliamp hour battery life nowadays. You can actually charge most phones twice with this. So this is a winner in my book for this year. It was a surprise. For me, it was a surprise item that I think that I'm actually using over and over again, because I was never really into battery powered portable battery powered life things, but this actually was one thing hands down that I use every day. All right, so number 5 is the Nintendo Switch. Surprise, surprise. Since I just mentioned that I do use the PowerCore Fusion portable charger, that's something I actually use in conjunction with this Switch. The Nintendo Switch itself is Nintendo redeeming themselves this year. They're actually taking things back to the day where people really loved Nintendo. Honestly, I've been a Nintendo fan through and through. But this device right here, for the fact that they actually decided to put out a console that is modular. So you can take the controllers off, they call them Joy-Cons, and you can put the console in 3 different modes. So you can put it in what's called tabletop mode, where you're sitting on it and you're actually playing games, whatever, and you have the Joy-Cons in the hands independently, and you have the Switch propped up using a kickstand. Or you can actually just play it as a handheld in handheld mode, where you can put the Joy-Cons back on and you can play it just as you're playing a 3DS or an old school Game Boy or so. You also have the mode to stick this in the dock when you go home, and you can play games with full 1080p resolution, and a lot of games are about 60 frames per second. So this has been a winner. They've got solid titles like Super Mario Odyssey, you've got Zelda, and I play Mario Kart pretty often. I love this thing. Looking forward to seeing what Nintendo's going to put through next year, all the games and anything else news-wise with the Nintendo Switch. But yeah, I take this with me daily. I take it everywhere. Right now, I'm all about this portable life. So the Switch is definitely a winner in my book. So that's item number 5. But number 4 is the HTC U11. Once again, if you haven't caught the video, Alan from Phone Tech at Work just posted a video where we talked about our favorite phone of the year. So this, to me, was the phone of the year. The HTC U11 this is a 64 gig model. They had 2 colors. They have solar red, and you've got the blue. So I had the blue because I got it day 1. They didn't put out the solar red until later. But this phone is it operates so smooth. Ever since I got the Oreo update, it's even smoother. Battery life is still pretty good. I still generally get at least 5-hour screen on time. I like even though it's not an AMOLED display, I actually do like the Super LCD display, so the blacks look really good. It doesn't really bother me that it's LCD, but your screen is still you still have the Quad HD display, and you also have dual speakers. They're not dual front-facing speakers, but you still have stereo speakers. You have one on the bottom, and then you have one at the top. And then you have this amazing camera. This is still one of the top cameras this year. It doesn't beat the Pixel, but it is really good. It's solid. And overall, this phone has just been a winner. It's one of the most underrated phones this year, and it's not going to get the fanfare that it deserves. But I just wanted to go ahead and highlight that for a second. That after I first used it and then I came back to it, they've done a lot of updates. They added Amazon Alexa. They added the feature for your squeeze gesture. So now you can not only squeeze your phone to trigger the assistant or trigger the camera, but you have options to tweak individual settings in each app. And that made this phone well worth that squeeze feature. It turned it from just being borderline gimmick to now you can choose what you want it to do. So HTC U11 is all about you. Now let's go ahead and talk about the next item. So item number 3 is this guy, the Google Home Mini. This was a sleeper hit, and it seems like Google seems to be selling a bunch of these. These things, they came out retailing at 50 bucks. Black Friday, you could cop one of these for 30 bucks. So with Google Home Mini, it allows you to do a whole lot of various things that you can tell it to do. It's basically your assistant. It's like your Google Assistant hands-free. So Christmas Day, I had it playing Christmas music. I've got it set to do home automation, like as far as lighting is concerned. I'm able to turn my Christmas tree lights on and off vocally using this thing. You can also use this as a intercom. If you have this paired up with another one, you can use it as an intercom, and you can say something to somebody else in a different room. You can also use it to make phone calls. So the direction Google is going with this device, it's solid, and I'm actually interested to see more of what Google's doing. And at this price point, at $50, I mean, even at the $30 price point that it was at Black Friday, it was great. But $50 is still good too. So I would highly recommend picking up one of these. It's becoming one of my favorite items that I've actually picked up this holiday season. So yeah, Google Mini is definitely a go. Item number 2 is these boys right here. The Bose QC3500 Series 2 headphones. Battery life is crazy. I probably only had to charge this thing up once since like Christmas, or like day before Christmas or so. You get 20 hours of battery life over Bluetooth, and then 40 hours of battery life on a wired, straight wired 3.5mm headphone jack. But the noise cancellation with these is by far superb. This is what you're spending your money on. I mean, for me, as I mentioned when I reviewed these, I'm not the type of person to spend a lot of money on headphones per se. I just felt that they were just like a one-track function device. But this honestly has served more of a purpose than just music to me. So I can actually use Google Assistant. So the Google Assistant basically does all the same things that you would do on the phone, but I can actually speak to it just by pressing the Google Assistant button on the back of this. So you've got all the Google Assistant automated voice commands that you can say to your Google Assistant. You can hear it there. You get all your notifications through this. So this is a multifunction device for me, not just music, but the music sounds awesome. You've got the bass. Once again, like I said in the review, it's more of a tight bass, not like a muddy bass. So you got that good, clean Bose audio. And I highly recommend checking these out too. So item number 1. This is the last item I'm going to talk about. And this is the Ghost Tech Energy Bag. So this has a 7,000 milliamp hour battery. on this thing. It doesn't support quick charge, but this buddy, the Anker does. It has quick charge, but this one, it's slow charge, but you can definitely charge your phone and still do everything you need to do. You've got a USB port on the outside, and you've got 2 female USB ports on the inside. So you can charge anything that you pretty much need to. Also love it because it has a sectioned off portion back here where you can stick a laptop or anything else in there, any like flat device or so. Like you can stick your laptop back in there. You've got 2 sections that you can put that in there, and you have a zipper at the bottom where you can put some more stuff. So ultimately, this has been a daily for me. I carry all my things in this, so I mean this is kind of the item that tops off all my tech items. And so yeah, and this thing is even washer friendly. So all you have to do is take the battery out, and then you close the couple flaps that you have on it, throw it in the washer, and you're good to go. So ultimately, that's my list here for some of the top tech items that I've purchased. So feel free to comment down below, and I'll have some of these items linked down below for the individual videos. So with that, I'm actually done. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.